Two of the toughest smartwatches on the market are about to go head-to-head, and this is not a fair fight in the way most people assume. On one side sits the Apple Watch Ultra 3, a watch that already exists, already ships with a confirmed 42-hour battery life, a bigger and brighter always-on display, built-in 5G, and satellite emergency messaging, all wrapped in a titanium case with a flat sapphire crystal front. On the other side sits the Garmin Fenix 9 Pro, a watch still living in leaked territory, rumored to bring microLED and solar display options, a new 64-bit chip, doubled storage, and its own tiered satellite connectivity system. Comparing a shipping product against a rumored one might sound premature, but it is exactly the right moment to do it, because the direction each company is heading tells you almost everything about who each watch is actually built for. Start with design and build, because this is where the philosophical split between these two companies becomes obvious immediately. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 measures 49 by 41 millimeters, weighs a little over 61 grams, and is built around a titanium case paired with a flat sapphire crystal display. Apple has also shifted to a three-dimensional printing process for the case that uses less raw material, while keeping the same rugged profile the Ultra line introduced a few years ago. It comes in exactly two color options, natural titanium and black titanium, and the overall shape has stayed fairly consistent generation over generation, which tells you Apple considers the current form factor close to solved. The Garmin Fenix 9 Pro, based on current leaks, is taking a more varied approach to its physical design. Rather than locking into a single case size, Garmin is rumored to offer three: a compact 43mm option for smaller wrists, the familiar 47mm size that most current Fenix owners already wear, and a larger 51mm case for anyone who wants maximum battery capacity and display real estate. Garmin is also expected to keep its titanium build and sapphire glass at the top of the lineup, but the case itself is rumored to get slimmer bezels and a thinner profile than previous Fenix generations, addressing one of the most common complaints longtime owners have had about wrist comfort during multi-day wear. If these leaks hold, Garmin will offer more size flexibility than Apple does today, while Apple counters with a single, refined size that has already been tested and validated across a full retail cycle. Move to the display, and this comparison gets genuinely interesting because both companies are approaching brightness and efficiency from different directions. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 uses an LTPO3, enhanced always-on OLED Retina display running at 514 by 422 pixels, capable of hitting up to 3000 nits of peak brightness, which is an extremely high figure by any wearable standard and translates into excellent sunlight legibility during outdoor activities. Apple has also added a night mode specifically tuned for its Ultra Watch faces, useful for anyone checking their wrist in the dark without blowing out their night vision. On the Garmin side, leaks suggest a genuinely different strategy. Rather than shipping one display type across the lineup, the Fenix 9 Pro is rumored to offer two distinct paths depending on which model you choose. One option leans into a brighter AMOLED-style panel for punchy colors and sharp graphics, similar in spirit to what Apple already ships. The other option is a highly efficient memory-in-pixel display combined with solar charging, designed for users who care far more about weeks of battery runway than they do about vibrant colors. Garmin is also rumored to be testing microLED technology on its top-tier models, a display type known for exceptional brightness and contrast alongside strong power efficiency, which would put it in direct competition with Apple's LTPO3 panel on raw visual quality. On top of that, a variable refresh rate system is rumored for the Fenix 9 Pro, slowing down for static watch faces and speeding up during active map navigation, a concept similar in spirit to what LTPO technology already accomplishes on the Apple side. In short, Apple has already proven its display approach in the real world with genuinely impressive brightness numbers, while Garmin appears to be betting that giving users a choice between two very different display philosophies will serve its more varied customer base better than a single one-size-fits-all panel. Battery life is where this comparison becomes almost unfair in Apple's favor purely because Apple's numbers are confirmed and Garmin's are still speculative. But it is worth laying out what each side claims. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 is rated for up to 42 hours of normal daily use with the always-on display active, extending to 72 hours in low-power mode. For outdoor workout tracking with full GPS and continuous heart rate readings, Apple rates the Ultra 3 at up to 14 hours, stretching to around 35 hours in a low-power GPS mode with reduced update frequency. Fast charging is also part of the package, with the Ultra 3 able to reach 80% in about 45 minutes or grab 12 hours of typical use from just a 15-minute top-up. Garmin has not published anything comparable yet for the Fenix 9 Pro, but its rumored solar MIP display option strongly suggests the company is chasing multi-day and potentially multi-week battery life rather than trying to match Apple's 42-hour figure directly. Historically, Fenix watches running in efficient MIP display mode with solar assistance have measured battery life in weeks rather than days. And if that pattern holds for the Fenix 9 Pro, Garmin could end up dramatically outlasting the Ultra 3 for users who select the solar-focused variant, while its brighter AMOLED-style option would likely land in a battery range closer to what Apple already offers. The honest takeaway here is that Apple currently owns the confirmed, verified battery numbers, while Garmin is rumored to be chasing a fundamentally different endurance target that traditional smartwatch battery ratings don't fully capture. Navigation and offline mapping is arguably the single most important category for anyone choosing between these two watches for serious outdoor use. And it is also where Garmin's decades of dedicated outdoor watch experience becomes most apparent.